So full disclosure, not medical advice. I've never said that a couple of times, but also it's gonna be surgeon dependent, right? We, Dr. Petropavlli, myself, we're fortunate enough to go up to Boston to help kind of tweak the most recent Bear protocol. So very thankful for that opportunity. I got to meet a bunch of brilliant minds while I was there. So it was a pretty cool experience. But even in that, it's very clear that not every surgeon is going to have the same exact protocol. Obviously, you have the MEAC protocol that they recommend. But I know there's people that are doing this much quicker. There's some that are a little bit more conservative and slower. Generally speaking, um, if there's no meniscus involvement or those kind of things, usually at about the 4 week mark, we're really starting that gait training. But the day of surgery, they'll bandage you up, they'll wrap you up with a big gait ace bandage, and then they'll put like what's called a T-scope or a brace that locks straight, and then we can adjust the range of motion depending on where you're at. It goes from down by the ankle bone up, almost to the hip, and we can adjust how far it telescopes out. But yeah, they're going to be day one locked in that, and then we can start range of motion exercises. You know, we see our patients most of the time the next day, or in some capacity the next day they have some education to start doing or not doing things, and then 4 weeks, they're as long as they have good quad control, their swelling's under control, the range of motion's pretty good. We'll start putting their feet on the ground and really start to get them training to do the walking. And then, at the end of the day, you have to look like you know how to walk, and it has to be fluid, right? If someone's limping or gimping along, we're not going to take the crutch away from them. You're only going to create bad movement patterns instead of ingrain proper movement again. So, there's things that we can do from the rehab perspective to make sure that quads firing in weight bearing, their swelling stays under control, and those kind of things. But usually 4 weeks, 6 weeks, usually we get rid of by that time, excuse me, the crutches are gone. And then, depending on the individual, the T-scope may be a functional brace or something for a few weeks after that.
Yeah. I think the takeaway is it's not necessarily just a time frame, but a time and criteria thing, right?
100%.
Obviously, there's physiological healing that needs to take place, but at the same time, you want to make sure that people have appropriate movement patterns before you say, "Yep, go ahead and walk," right?